Alright, let's see. Alright, obviously in Season 1, you know, you had the whole plain wall on the table. And then Season 2 and 3, you have the backdrops and different elements like the mic and, you know, being able to add in clips from games that you record and stuff like that.
Sure.
What visual changes are you planning right now for later seasons, or, you know, just stuff like that?
We have some more images that we're going to put up probably. We might even do it in Season 3, I'm not sure. But if we ever get Adobe Premiere, we'll have more ability with green screen and stuff. And that was always my original concept for the show, was to have 2 chairs in this room we're talking in now, and to have a green screen against the TV, and that's where we'd show stuff. Again, I found out very quickly that I didn't have that ability, but I'd always like to have green screen in the background, or at least a chunk of green screen in the background so that I can randomly put stuff up. I'm not even talking about putting up games, I'm talking about putting up funny bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if anybody's ever seen the show, but there's a show, an anime called Milk-chan, and in Milk-chan's house, in every episode, there's like a picture that's behind her, and every episode it's some random funny image. And like, you end up watching the show just to see what that random funny image is, and that's kind of where I got that concept was. And I don't know if anybody's noticed either, but in the behind the scenes recently, that's what I've started to do. If we're talking about something, I'll throw in random funny images or something that has to do with that, or whatever we're talking about. Hopefully that makes that stuff a little bit more interesting to watch than just me and Al sitting around talking about whatever.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it's no problem, but, you know, people are going to ask.
Too true.
DJ. But, alright. Let's see. Where did you come up with the idea for Silver Skull's partner? Not the new one, but the one from last season.
The face?
Yeah, the face.
I was at the Halloween store, and I had already been there once, and I saw the Silver Skull mask. And when I saw that mask, I'm like, oh my god, that's cool. So I went home and thought about making a character and whatever. When I went to buy it, I noticed there was a red shiny mask next to it, and I was like, it's going to be funny to have a mute helper. And the mask looks like a face, so we came up with the name The Face. But he definitely, I think we saw that at the end of Season 1, that he was starting to evolve as a character, that he was trying to take out the Silver Skull, and he had his own motives. Perhaps you'll see him again, perhaps you won't. You gotta keep watching. You don't, you know, it's... I think what we've done with him is kind of left him up in the air if we need him again for the show. But right now we have the new characters, the Black Gun, you know, the Dagger and that type of stuff, so we're just going to keep going with that. And obviously we're going to see... You've seen Silver Skull in Season 3, so we know he's here. And but there's a lot of inspiration with the Silver Skull, but with the face it was more like, hey, there's another mask, that looks cool. Kind of like, you know, we need a part for Al to play. And it just, I'm glad we did that, because he ended up being, you know, that's kind of where my concept came from. I knew I wanted the Silver Skull to get into the show. When I saw that mask, I'm like, oh, that could be the guy he sends to try to take us out. Because I thought if the Silver Skull would just show up and take us out, then wouldn't he just take us out? Kind of leave it up to a crony to screw it up.
Well, I'm not sure if you've already talked about this on the behind the scenes. I think you have, but I'm just gonna throw it out there. Whenever you have your whole game developing studio and everything like that, what ideas would you put into a video game to make it an original game, not like another first-person shooter, you know, or just like another game that's already out there. Like, what original idea would you make into a game that the general public would like?
I got a couple. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
For the general public, because you know the new generations are like, yeah, this game. I like this game. It's easy. But for hardcore gamers like me, you, and everybody that we know, what game would you make for us?
I have a couple ideas. One of them is a more recent idea. If anybody's seen the movie Waterworld, the reverse of that, I thought it'd be cool to have the world completely flooded, but everybody is surviving underneath, basically. And I just thought it would be really cool to have like harpoon battles and have just this, scavenging, through the muck and trying to build stuff back and fighting underwater pirates and just all that type of stuff. And I mean, that's like a very rough idea, but I realize there's not a lot of like strictly underwater games. Like BioShock's underwater, but you're in a place.
Yeah. Where
this would be, you're underwater swimming around, like you need to find your own place to live, you need to find other towns, that type of stuff. Another one that I really want to see, which Naughty Bear kind of hit on it, but I thought it'd be really cool to have a game where you can make a custom character, and he's a criminal, and you start out just by like with a ski mask, your actions, and you start out just by robbing liquor stores, shit like that, and you just keep evolving that character. You keep doing crimes, and depending upon what you do, your psychosis breaks down, and you become a supervillain. So you end up becoming a Joker character, Riddler, whatever you want, you could make that guy that way, but it's all based upon the player's actions in the world, how they're communicating with the police, what their MO is. If you wanted your MO to be like you carve the skin off people's faces, you could do that. And it starts out with that first time you rob that liquor store, you carving that dude's face off. But you got to gain money to start buying high-tech masks or better guns or whatever. And it's just kind of a take of, it's a superhero game, but you're the villain this time around,
Awesome.
I also want to make a third-person post-apocalyptic zombie game, but I want it to have every zombie you've ever seen. I want there to be 28 Days Later, running zombies, rotting zombies, the reanimated where you chop off their arms, the arms keep coming at you. I want like big mutated things you see in Resident Evil. I want it all, and every zombie game only does one. Left 4 Dead has runners and mutated things. Resident Evil has, the smart guys or zombies and the mutated things. And it's just like, I want it all in one huge package in a big open-ended world. And I'd make that one really tough and hard, because in real life, like, stop and think, where would you have to go to get a gun? How easy would it be to find bottled water? What's your greatest enemy, zombies or people? That type of stuff should be brought into the gameplay.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of zombie games don't. They're just, let's kill them with this weapon. Whoa, that's cool blood. It's more like just the fun factor right now.
Yeah, and obviously if there was an actual outbreak, hell, you had to worry more about humans taking your fucking shit than zombies killing you.
Too true, too true.
Survival of the fittest. Alright, well, see, I'm already at 25 minutes.
Yes, sir, you are. We'll put you in 2 parts, probably.
Sweet. Alright, like I said, I've been going off the top of my head for the most part.
Well, you're always welcome to call back. We have 6 hours of this. And next week, I have that furniture show. You guys are only getting 1 episode next week, and I'm going to start posting the Skype Q&As, so...
Well, I think I shall make a return.
Very good, but you'll only be getting 1 prize back.
Damn it.
Shit. But you know the email. I think I have your info already, so.
Yeah.
Prize back to you, sir.
Awesomeness, and it's been fun.
Thanks for calling, Deathly. Thanks for the questions.